tortoise in the game, ready to ignite. Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright. Caffeine rush, fueling his creativity inside. Got a YouTube channel where he's shining so bright. MTT3, the show that takes flight. He's a lyrical beast, spitting fire with every bite. Rap metal flow, pounding beats to insight. No one can stop him, he's on a meteoric height. Super fast tortoise, the champion of the fight.
Good morning, hope you're up. Enjoy that coffee in your cup. Good morning from the shelf. Super fast tortoise does so well. Sit back, relax, time to chillax. Face the facts, morning coffee show intact. Let's enjoy the show, let's enjoy the flow. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. To the mood, coffee for every dude. Have fun, enjoy the show. Let this channel grow. Let's enjoy the show. Morning coffee is the best. Chatting with friends, we are blessed. To the mood, coffee for every dude.
Whoa, Transformers, robots in the sky. Oh wait, wrong episode, wrong show. All right. Hello everybody. Welcome to Super Fast Tortoise. Where you can afford us because we're free. You know, you just hit that subscribe button. Just hit that subscribe button. We're free. Doing that is free. And you hit that bell over there. Make sure you got all the notifications all dinged up and everything. And you know when we go live every morning. All right, we got Hillbilly, we got the Balt, we got Hellwheeler, we got KJ, Cowboy Dan.
Woohoo! Woohoo! Right on.
Yeah.
How you guys doing today?
Doing pretty good.
Yeah, doing all right.
I went to say hi to chat, but I realized everybody in chat's already on the show. What's up? We got Hillbilly, we got Mrs. Hillbilly. We got the Balt. We got Hellwheeler. We got Mark.
I just thought I'd point out it's afternoon, not morning here, but you know.
That's right. Got a
There's
worldwide
always time
audience.
for coffee, though.
It's morning
Always
here.
Oh, it's the afternoon tea show, really, for me.
Yeah. You know, in tea in America, if someone offers you a cup of tea, they think you're sick. You're like, oh, you're sick? Chamomile tea. Here's some green tea. You know, maybe this will make you feel better. Got a sore throat? Here's some tea with honey.
Well, I'd love me some good old green tea. That's for dang on for sure.
Right. TCG dude, what's up? So, in the beautiful world of the Thursday morning here, we are having a good time, having a great time. Hey, Billy, how are you doing today?
Doing pretty good. I got a sore throat, stuffy nose. So besides it's cold, I'm doing all right.
Keep the lurgies away.
Yeah. Well, you know, you wouldn't have a sore throat if you wouldn't yell at the clouds when it rains.
True. Those
clouds deserve it.
I did try to keep them away by doing that and shaking my cane like cane shaker does, but it don't work.
Right. Balt, how are you doing today, you madman?
I'm fair to middling, but I'm going to say I'm kind of suspicious now because those seem to be all the symptoms that my wife just described to me, too.
Oh, wow.
Have you
I got to watch you guys, I guess. I don't know.
Well, maybe she wouldn't yell at you. She wouldn't have to have a sore throat.
That's right. Maybe if I did all my chores and stuff, that would happen, but that's not
right. How are you chilling in there, Hillbilly? How are you going?
I'm all good. So we just had our electric meter switched over. So no more key meter finally. I don't have to get somebody else to top my electric up because
Nice.
it was like up in the ceiling.
Ooh, that's pretty good. Good. I'm glad they fixed that. That seems like a resource that is very important.
Oh, 2 years of getting somebody else to top your electric up because you're a wheelchair user and the electric box is way out of reach. But hey,
Wow.
it's finally I can do it myself now.
Oh yeah. Woo. Independence. What's up? All right. KJ, Cowboy Dan. Hey, how are you doing?
Oh, I'm doing pretty good. So I don't know how I'm doing it, but I'm operating on very little sleep.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
Jess decided that she wanted to do a 3.5 hour show last night, so I'm like, yeah,
Jess,
sure.
Jess decided to do a 3.5 hour show, not KJ, who's the
You're
one who
blaming
even
it on
admitted
me?
in the show that
I
he
think-
went overtime.
I think you put like half the points down, so you should have put a few less on the list.
Well, I got thinking about doing something with KJ. Hey Jay, I'm one of these days I'm gonna do a little 15-hour stream. I would like to invite you to join.
Yeah, as long as it doesn't involve throwing my head around like a football last time, I didn't appreciate it.
Now I am talking about 15 hours straight.
Oh,
Hey,
Don't make your head so football shaped.
I'd
I mean,
absolutely
it's
do
just
it.
so tempting. It's just the perfect shape. I'm just going to chuck it over to Tortoise.
Well,
Yeah.
actually,
I would have. I would do a
actually,
15-hour stream with you. Absolutely, let's do it. Let's do it.
now it might turn into a 24-hour stream.
I got coffee.
yeah.
I got Costco coffee.
Lots
Just
and
saying.
lots.
Oh, just in case anybody didn't know, it's easy to throw KJ's head. All you have to do is get your 2 fingers, pluck him in his nose, pull him back, and toss. And his
I don't want to do that. I'd rather go bowling.
I mean, do you really want to stick your fingers up his nose? I
We
think it's
gotta
a better
get a
place to
grip.
sort of get a grasp.
On the Flintstones movie, I was the bowling ball.
Right. My job sucks.
My
was-
job
yeah.
sucks.
I was just joking about that 15 or 24-hour stream. Although I
I'd do it. Don't
although I
threaten me
do-
with a good time.
although I do that when I do early access for Wizards.
Hey, I'm down for it if you're down for it. Don't threaten me with fun.
Right.
I
So,
can't have a guest on that show.
hello, time capsule. Time capsule. Time capsule. Good morning, time capsule. Thank you for tuning in before you have to go to work. You rock, you roll. That's right. Woo woo. So many so's I could say so, right? All right. That's out of the way. Well, I was thinking about like some stuff because like last night I watched a documentary about like Midway and Williams, old arcade game designers, and the story of their arcade games and how they eventually converted into the home gaming console, and how their company rised again, and fell at the console age. And everybody in the company, their life wasn't ruined. They just found different jobs in the game industry. It was an interesting thing to see the rise of arcade games in the early 90s and 2000s and how they just went up and down. Because Midway made games that we love today, like Mortal Kombat, right? They made other games that we loved. I can't think of the names right now.
1942, great Midway game.
Right? Some amazing games and cabinets back then. And to see their creative processes and the things they struggled with, like one of the things they struggled with, believe it or not, and one of the things they did that led the industry to what we have today was basically back then would be considered mocap today, but before mocap, getting real people sprited into games. That was interesting, like how they did that. They'd have to take certain pictures, like of someone looking top left, top right, even though I look different on the screen, but I'm pointing the right direction in real life. Looking forward, looking down, looking up, looking down left, looking down right, and they had to place them in. So when certain commands and certain play styles will show their faces, people's faces go in different ways, and how Mortal Kombat, even though when it came out, wasn't like the best graphical game, because I think Street Fighter was better graphically compared to Mortal Kombat, but it offered so many different things that other games wouldn't do back in the day, like fatalities and the blood and gore that spiked them up in popularity, and the secret hidden combos, or combinations for fatalities got people going, because believe it or not, the combination thing, like the up down down back X Y, whatever the button process was back then, that was actually put in there to hide the fatalities. They didn't think people would figure it out, but people started figuring out the game. So they released a fatality sheet back in the day in the old Nintendo Power kind of magazines. It was insane.
Oh, yeah.
But I loved it. Like, let's open the floor. What are some of your old favorite classic games that you guys played?
Oh man, I got so many different games I used to play. It's hard to pick just one. But I want to have to say Zelda. Never beat it, but loved playing it.
Oh yeah, I'd love to finish the original Zelda game. Hey, hit the ball. What about you? What is the game you played lots of as a
So
young
cabinet or console? Because if it's cabinet, there's only one game that I actually beat in the arcade, and that was Golden Axe.
Golden
And I'm not
Axe?
sure how many quarters it took me or how many dollars worth of quarters it took me, but
Mhm.
that's one game that I actually got to the end on. Other than
Nice.
that, there was a cool game that I played that was, if everybody remembers Dragon's Lair,
Right.
Yes. Yes.
with animation and stuff. There was one that featured Lupin the Third. I think it was called Cliffhanger, and I'm not sure if anybody. There was like only one or two arcades that carried that game or had that,
Mhm.
and that was my first real introduction to Japanese anime
Oh wow.
and stuff.
Oh,
was
they
seeing- I
did
mean, I-
have him in there, didn't they?
Yeah, yeah, and so they had, like I said, it was cut from one or two movies that they put together, and yeah, it featured Lupin the Third, so that was cool.
Yeah.
All right, not Tabal. Time capsule. Have a good day at work. Get back in the pit. Work. All right.
See you, Time Capsule.
Bye.
Good
You
luck,
rock.
guys.
We got Man and Monk. Dig Dug. Dig Dug was a fun game.
It was.
Asteroids is a popular game back in the day for sure.
I beat Asteroids playing 2 players on Atari. And I beat it on my first player game, and then I played on the second player game and beat it. And man, I had the score flip all the way over to 0.
Mm-hmm.
Nice.
So, all right, now rolling on to Hellwheeler. No pun intended there. Hellwheeler, what was the game you loved playing as a youngster, or maybe you still like playing today?
I mean, I didn't get the chance to have any of the consoles growing up, but I always, whenever I visited my godparents, I'd kidnap their son's Game Boy Color.
Uh-huh.
There's a console, I've got to have a try. So I
Right.
played an awful lot of the Bugs Bunny Castle Crashers.
Nice.
Oh,
Such a
cool.
simple game, but yet it would take hours of my time up whenever I visited them.
Mhm.
I'm not visiting you to see you. No. I'm here to play on the Game Boy. And then he had a PlayStation 1 a bit later on, and they had the first Harry Potter game.
Oh, nice.
Cool.
Oh,
So,
fun.
but I never got to play any of the old Atari or anything, which is I kind of miss. I kind of wish I had a chance.
Well, you get the experience of doing it now. I'm sure you can find them somewhere. So we're jealous of you because you're going to get to have that first time experience that we had way back when.
Yep.
You know, it's interesting. You know, your PlayStation will cost a little bit more money here in the USA because it's region locked to your area. So if you were to sell your PlayStation here in the United States, like, not only would someone pay the shipping, they would actually pay the little extra cost because it's for your area. It has games that are unlocked where games we have are locked because they're not suitable for your country, which is interesting because people care about region locked stuff or whatnot. Like when Temu was having a sale on like when Temu was fresh and they were pushing it out, their advertisements, they were selling Nintendo Switches for really cheap, but they were region locked to Japan. And which is interesting because there's certain games in Japan that are locked in the USA, so people are buying up because some of the games they can get, they can actually play on their system.
Oh yeah, some of the old games on the PlayStation, what was it, PlayStation 2, only came out on the Japanese version.
Right. So it's interesting, like how that works. That's an interesting fact. And rolling on over to KJ, Cowboy Dan, the head in the jar.
Well,
yeah.
I like to think back to when I was a teenager and I was working at the arcade. Now, I was working at a Namco arcades, so you didn't see too many Midway product.
Mm-hmm.
think Namco's going to toss Midway product into their arcades? I don't think so. We were Miss Pac-Man and Pac-Man community over here. Take your Midway games and go back to Vegas.
I was gonna say, which games are Midway?
Midway did a lot of games. They did what's it, Super Spy? Yeah, Spy Hunter. Sorry, Spy Hunter. Spy Hunter 1 and 2. They did Xenophobe, and what?
They did Narc.
Yeah, Narc.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, they did Narc, and they did 1943. It was.
They did Mortal Kombat.
They did Mortal Kombat. Yeah, they actually it Mortal Kombat like did big things for Midway.
Mm-hmm.
We used to have an arcade here called Aladdin's Castle. Loved it. It was out of a mall, and I loved going to that arcade. Every time I went to the mall as a kid, my mom let me go. I'd go straight towards that arcade. That's where she knew where to find me at.
The Spy Hunter was such a great. Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
Mortal Kombat was my favorite game, and it's still one of my favorites. I'm kind of struggling with the direction they've gone with since they went to the 3D realm with the PlayStation 5 and the upgrading characters. I can't just invest the time I used to as a kid back into it to enjoy it that much. But Mortal Kombat was one of the best games back in the day, just because of what it offered. The context, I sucked at Mortal Kombat growing up. I always loved playing it because you could do the fatalities. That's what that was like the best thing when you got to the end. If you won, you got to try to fatality, friendship, or whatever, varying which Mortal Kombat you were playing. And the storyline had me hooked in really well because I love following the story. In fact, I would theorize stories. Like if back then, if the internet was around, I'd probably make fan fiction for the stories. Where nowadays I wouldn't, because they already passed up my girl should be king fan fiction. But yeah,
get over here.
Get over here. That's right. But no. So Mortal Kombat was my game to play, but when I was a teenager and Mortal Kombat 4 came out, I actually loved playing Turok 2 Seeds of Evil a lot. I even got 2 copies of the game. I wish I had the original 64 cartridge in the black cartridge on top of the box. I'd love to have the original box art for Turok 2 the game. And I'd love to have both the cartridges in the game just to have them. I don't have a 64, but they are coming out with a 64 console that can hook up the HDMI player. So if I were to get one, which I probably won't be because they're like $250 plus shipping and all that stuff, if I was able to get one, I'd be able to stream it off my laptop like I do my other games because it has HDMI support.
Cool.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. But, not
Rampage was the other game that I played by Midway.
Rampage. Yeah, Rampage is another good game. That was a good game.
Loved it. Loved it. That's one of my favorite games, too, on the arcade machine, Rampage.
Right. Backwoods, what's up?
What's up?
Man Amongst says, I love the original Star Wars arcade game with the wireframe graphics, the TIE Fighter, and the Death Star trench. There was so much spent on that machine. So much time. Yep. Hell yeah. Oh, Cane Chicker. Gauntlet, the arcade game. That stole all my money.
Oh, yeah. Gauntlet. Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
And Man Amongst, Tron was a fun game. Hell yeah. Tron was an amazing game.
Yeah, oh my gosh, those light cycles and everything.
Yeah.
I mean,
they had
jumped up version of Snake, but yeah, it was very cool.
They had light cycles. They had the disc game, and they had the ones with the flying little robot monster things.
Yep.
The Decimators or something like that.
Oh yeah, Missile Command was another cool game I played since Cane Shaker. Oh yeah.
Another cool game I used to play was Contra.
Contra.
Oh yeah, Contra.
I remember the original Contra game. Me and my the cheat, and we actually played the game with the cheat, which is a 2-player cheat. So back in the day, if you played one player, if you plugged in the second controller and the second player just held down the shooting button, it would shoot for the first player playing, and all they had to care about was where they're going while you were shooting, while the second player was shooting everything.
You
Old
later.
school hacks.
Yeah.
Oh, but me being the only child, I didn't have that luxury to have anybody to play the game with me or anything like that.
Mhm.
And I didn't have many friends when I was growing up.
Right, right,
You just use an elastic band or something to hold the button down.
right. But one of the funnest games, I think, that revolutionized gaming as where it led the direction where games are today. That was huge, huge. Right, it was a huge game, and it was not Final Fantasy, but it taught people to play a different style game. Was PlayStation 1's Metal Gear Solid.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. The Metal
Yeah.
Gears are amazing, and the amount of content in some of them, like
Mhm.
Metal Gear 5, it's ridiculous. You got hours and hours worth of gameplay there if you want it. You go
Right.
build up your multiplayer base, and it just goes on. And there's so many possibilities on how you can take missions on. It's amazing.
It is amazing. It's amazing what they can do, what they could do, they could have done. It's amazing what they did do. I mean, like playing Psychosis guy, the Psychomantis, like learning like to beat him. You had to take out you have to unplug your control from first player and put it in second player, and it was crazy. So you couldn't read your mind. It was
Wow.
nuts. Yeah, that was a good game. And even though some of the memes roll off still today, where like you can hide in a box anywhere and walk around, no one will see you, even if it's like right in front of you. Those
I mean,
memes
come
are
on,
great.
who doesn't want to hide in a box?
Right?
It's the
Well,
best
KJ.
method. Oh, someone's coming! Quick, hide in a box.
Right. Oh yeah.
I'm
But
in
back in the day, you could reference cigarettes because remember in that original game, like what the story is he swallowed a pack of cigarettes, regurgitated the pack, opened it up, smoked the cigarette, not to smoke for like a chill break, but he had to use the smoke to see the lasers through during certain areas so he can sneak into the base that he was going into.
Wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
That sounds
Yeah,
too
you don't-
complex for me.
It is
Yeah.
complex, but back in the day, it was genius. Today, you'll get shunned for even talking about like a substance type thing. You know how things have changed, and thinking of how things are changed, and looking at the time frame. It's time to do this.
You are watching Super Fast Tortoise.
Put up a fight, gonna leave them all in fright. Playing Magic the Gathering on a Saturday night. Summoning creatures, casting spells with all his might. Sipping on more coffee to stay awake and bright.
Try it, everybody. Like this video, comment on this video, chat with us, subscribe, do all the fun stuff like the little thing was telling about. Let's make this channel grow because once we get to 1,000 subscribers, we're going to do a really cool giveaway, and we want you to be a part of that. So, on top of that, we got lost in conversation about video games. It was epic. It was fun. We had historical references made. We had memories made. We were talking about things we loved, but we need to get back on track. And there's only one person here who knows where to go and how to get us where we need to go. Hillbilly, what are we supposed to do? Where is our first segment of the day?
Card of the day.
Woo! Hasper Sentinels, the card of the day. Whoop, whoop.
Nice.
This version of the card is in the auction. Yes, I gotta show that auction. Rub it in your shoulders to get you all relaxed. So when you come in to the auction, you'll be like, I want to bid on these cards. These cards are hot spice. Hasper Sentinel costs 1 white. It's 1/1. And this is an artifact creature human soldier. So whenever an opponent casts their first non-creature spell each turn, draw a card unless that player pays X, where X is Esper Sentinel's power.
Huh.
White
Wouldn't
card
work-
draw.
Well, this wouldn't work against my manifest landfall deck.
You might not,
No.
but it could work. It's still a good card. It's playable. That's why it's worth some money. Like right now,
True.
Esper Sentinel, last time I checked, is worth $22.
Mhm. Wow.
That ain't bad. Ain't
Yep.
bad at all.
Oh yeah, still solid, still great. and people play it. Like I'm thinking about taking the one out of my cube and putting in my one of my commander decks just because it will fit the theme of Voltron. Because the bigger your creature is, the more people don't want to pay X. So you'll want to draw those cards. Whoop whoop! Draw engines for good for the colony. If you got that reference, you watched Beast Wars. All right. Now I'm kind of rushing this because we're a little late because of the topic, but we're going to get to roll into the pictures of the day. So the first picture of the day: when you tell people you drink only 1 cup of coffee a day, that's the size of your.
KJ,
Oh.
this is the coffee mug you've been looking for. The one that
Oh,
you've
yeah.
been in.
That's good for an hour sit down on the show. Woo woo. Yep. The next picture of the day, following suit. Boop. When you say you only drink a cup of coffee per day, this is your cup.
Love to have it.
You'd love to have it.
See,
It's like 2-3 pots of coffee right there.
it would be a great cup to have coffee from, especially if you had like some way of like, I don't know, like a ladle or a straw that'd be coffee appropriate. So
Right.
that way,
Yeah, you almost
you
need
know-
a coffee cup to drink from your coffee cup.
also, I don't want my coffee to get cold or room temperature. So like I'd want like a heating element built in so that way it won't make it too hot, but keep it warm.
Oh yeah, they do that now. Like there are these mugs called Ember mugs, and it comes with like a charger. Like you know how you got those charger bases for your phone now, so you can do cordless charging. They have something like that where you put your coffee mug on that, and it keeps your coffee hot. It exists.
I gotta get this.
They cost like $100 plus.
Oof.
Oof.
Ooh.
But the one I'm looking at, because my wife, she doesn't watch the show. I'm looking to get her one, and it comes with a phone charger connected to it too.
Cool.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. So the next picture in line. Boop, boop. Still waiting for Friday? Happy Thursday. That's a picture of me when I was a kid. I actually had all that hair. Had the chubby cheeks and everything. Yeah. Yeah. I look so sad because my toys were outside the crib. I was stuck in the crib. But the next picture of the day, I actually chose this picture because one, it's cool, and two, I know it'll spark up KJ's brain to think Marvel. My last 3 brain cells after my first sip of coffee. Assemble.
Symbol and drink more coffee.
That's right. All right, that's how it feels in the morning. Sometimes you feel like you have like 3 working brain cells and are mechanically working together when you start motivating your brain to think. That's how it is for me every morning.
Yep.
Yep.
It's a hard life.
Hard knock life for me. Man, it's great. My Voja deck talking about Esper Sentinel. Oh yeah, could you, dude? Hello. All right.
Could you, dude?
Now I know. What? Sorry, I'm trying to navigate. Now we're going. If you have a picture today that you want to share with the show, be part of our Discord channel. You can share pictures for pictures of the day. Now, the next segment of the day is the question of the day. Now, I lost my ability to use AI, my little video AI thing, because I completely went over my limit for the free version of using it. So I had to make the question of the day, and I had to upload it through Facebook, and Facebook kind of chopped up, so it's going to be weird. But I asked the question of the day, and if you have a question today that you want to share with us, you can also share that in Discord with us. Be a part of the creep. Become a part of the creep, because you can participate and help build the show to be what it is. Woo-woo. That offer is open to everybody. And with that, let's get to the segment clip.
Presented by Discord, we have the question of the day.
The question of the day I came up with might be hard for some of you to think about. Let's ask. If you had the power to design a new mechanic or a different mechanic for Magic the Gathering, what mechanic would you design? How would you design it? Or what would that mechanic be? What kind of mechanic would it be? What would it do?
break it down. Break down the mechanic. Let us know. How would that mechanic play out?
That's a lot.
There we go.
Wow. I have no earthly idea what kind of mechanic I would make. Because there's so many. Because Magic right now has thousands of mechanic. It seems like.
All right.
Yeah, I was thinking about that as soon as you ask it. And I think what I would make is the anti mechanic. I would make a stifle ability, stifle keyword.
Uh-huh.
So it would be something you could turn on and off maybe and shut down, because there's some keywords and stuff that are just brutal and oppressive. If they get on the board or whatever, you don't have an answer. There's no magic bullet in any deck, so you can't do it. So you can't make it so every deck is played everything. But I would throw a stifle mechanic in there so that you can shut off a keyword. Well, just one keyword ability, only one per game or whatever. I would try to word it in such a way that it couldn't be abused and you couldn't shut down everybody's thing. But yeah, I think I would stifle mechanic.
So like a creature, it says when this creature comes into play, and choose a mechanic or text. I can't think of the proper term there.
Yeah, choose a keyword.
Keyword,
basically.
yeah. Choose a keyword, and the keyword can't be activated or triggered
or used. Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
They had some of those in the past where you could shut down flying. Like it would shut down all your opponent's flying, but you would get flying for your creatures or whatever. But I think I'd like to see one that would just shut down a mechanic for everybody in that game. Maybe shut off Hexproof or Indestructible. That would be good.
That'd be cool. They do have cards that remove flying. They do have cards that remove Hexproof. They do have cards that remove Indestructible from certain things. So to make it a solid mechanic might be interesting. So, KJ, is there a mechanic you'd come up with?
I'm afraid I'm still too new to the game to really understand, like, at this point, creation of the mechanics for in particular. But I would think that an ability or something that I could add to the game would be like something like, I don't know, like second gunman or something, type of scenario where you're able to make another card also attack.
Right. Make a card attack. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, that would actually fit in with something like the 40K Universes Beyond type stuff.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
Add a second shooter.
That's pretty cool, actually. How about Hillwiller? You used to play Magic. Was there a mechanic you wish existed back when you were playing?
I don't know, but I definitely agree with Tibble that having some sort of mechanic that can shut something down, and if you're getting up against somebody that's got a heavy deck on, like it is, say, a heavy flying deck, and you just bring out a card and you can just shut the flying off for everyone. Just kind of level the playing field again and giving you that chance. I think that's quite an awesome idea.
Go Gadget, reach!
Go Gadget, reach! That's right.
They already got one card. That just came out in Dustmorn. It does shut I believe Indestructible and War and it's Indestructible and Ward down.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
That's a 2-mana black card.
Right.
It's not like we're trying to turn off somebody's indestructibility and get their dinosaurs or anything. Nothing like that.
Right.
Over there. That's there we go. That's correct.
Right. So if I came up with a mechanic for Magic the Gathering, I would actually go a different route. I go a route where I'd actually I'm going to take an existing mechanic like Bestow, But instead, I'd have a mechanic where you have a creature that could turn a creature into like a reconfigure ability, where reconfigure turns a creature into has a creature that's an equipment that can equip to a creature. I have a creature that says a creature you control or choose a creature. That creature has a bestow cost where you can actually turn it from a creature on the battlefield and put it and attach it to an opponent as an aura that gains all those creatures' abilities.
Mm.
And if the creature that goes back on the battlefield, it's the creature. So like this.
Starting to go in and out with your audio.
Yep.
No,
Yeah.
don't go in and out.
I missed all of that just about.
Well, I'll tell you what. While you were telling us about that, I was also watching on the YouTube side, so I can hang out and chat if anything happens. And I got an ad just all of a sudden popped up in the middle of the stream, and it said, and it was a game ad, and I'm like, oh great.
Heavy G.
Didn't realize that you started promoting Genshin Impact.
Yep.
I realized
Kevin G, the name was really good. Yeah. So let me go back to saying, because you said you missed it. So I take a creature that makes a creature have bestow, but it's on the battlefield, right? Bestow is already an existing ability, but you can take the creature and pay a bestow cost and take it from the battlefield and attach it to a creature like an aura. And the creature will gain all the abilities plus the buff effect of the creature's power and toughness of the creature on the battlefield. Then if the creature dies that the aura is enchanted to, the bestow creature will fall from the creature back onto the battlefield.
As if it was an equipment or something like that. It would just fall off and okay.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Because I love bestow and I love enchantments. And the creature that do it would be an enchantment creature, and the creature that gains bestow will be turned into an enchantment creature because enchantments matter, yo. Cabby G. I hope I said hi to you earlier. Delirium that counts types in Battlefield. That's a good one too. Yep. That is a good one. Yeah. All right. And let's get to the third portion of the show.
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. Show is lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise. Building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon. No one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house. We own this town. Ripping through the beats with a fury.
We came through the wilderness. We went through a lot of words.
Yeah.
And then we got to get back to the topic of the day. Yeah, the topic of the day. Like, we're way over time.
Yep.
Where in the world is Magic the Gathering going? It seems like the game we love is ever changing, and it feels like the company, Wizards of the Coast, is breaching to make that high dollar. With the opening of Universes Beyond coming to standard, it feels like the lore of the game we love will be drowned out in the excitement of these new Universes Beyond sets.
Yep.
To me personally, it feels like the focus is shifting away from the lore of the game, distracted by shiny new sets. Unless Final Fantasy and Spider-Man will have canon, will be canon in the MTG lore now. This I don't see happening. With the lores mixing, will take people away from the lore that we love. Now, I'm not saying the lore will be gone, just harder to keep in memory. It feels like we are losing the connection to the characters that we loved in the game ever since. Ever since March of the Machines, it feels like the lore that we loved and the love that was put into the lore is being taken out of the game. Like it's been removed. Instead of focusing on the lore of the game, we're making lore instead of making lore cohesive. It feels like it's now shoehorned in. Let's talk about that.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna jump right in there and cut you off, Hillbilly, by saying I had always said up to this point that it was becoming that Magic was becoming like the pop figures and stuff and so on. But a better example, because somebody pointed out, like, you don't play games with the pop heads or the pop things, but I feel like with half the Magic sets coming out being Universes Beyond, it's becoming hero clicks. Does anybody remember hero clicks?
Yeah, actually,
Yes,
yeah,
loved
Remember
them.
how big it was and how you could find it in all of your favorite IPs, and
right.
you can't find it anywhere now. It just feels like Magic is going that direction. So I'm not sad about the new players that it'll bring to the game, but you're right, Tortoise, and the stuff that you said, that it feels like it's going to be, and I'm paraphrasing here slightly, but it feels like it's going to dilute the game to the point where we're just not going to care anymore, or not going to be able to remember the lore, or it's going to be, and that's on us to, stay with it or whatever. But it just feels like the company's direction, chasing those profits, is going to just dilute it and water it down until it's just another thing, like it's playing a game of Uno or something else, where it just doesn't matter.
Right.
Well, what I'm going to add to this is, I got into a conversation a little bit about this last night with another content creator. Actually, Forrest must have been in my head when he came up with this title. But anyway, I got to talk to this content creator, and I told him, I said, Magic lore is dead, because all the lore now is all these IPs now. And then he responded back to me. He said, "Well, you're right, but lore does not sell Magic cards. And what sells Magic cards nowadays is not Magic cards, it's IPs that sell the Magic cards. For example, we use Tortoise as an example here. Spider-Man. I know you like Spider-Man, Tortoise. All right. You put a Magic card on your left. You put a Spider-Man on your right. Which card do you want to take?
Honestly, based on the card.
I mean,
like, if Spider-Man sucks, why am I going to take Spider-Man?
Same card. All right. Same card. Or the same card.
All right.
Magic art, you got the Spider-Man art. What do you want to take?
I think I'll lean towards the Spider-Man art.
Exactly. And proves my point right there. And that's what new players are going to come into Magic wanting, is these new cards. I mean, yeah, they might not have seen the Magic version of it, but when they see these Spider-Man and all these other IPs that they're coming out with, Final Fantasy. You got your Final Fantasy fans out there. You got your Spider-Man fans out there, and they're going to want those cards rather than actual Magic card they are replacing, that they are reprinting.
Pokemon and Yu-Gi-Oh both became IPs due to their lore in a way, since the shows were the lore. Which brings me to, really quick, before Tabal comes up, we are getting a Magic the Gathering show finally. That will help solidify the lore a little bit more, but how and where, I have no idea.
So I think I'm gonna, as a rebuttal to what you said there, and I'm not disagreeing, I'm not saying it's wrong, but I think also mixed in with this, and what is possibly getting overlooked, is the fact that when Wizards of the Coast had, when whoever were taking the time to construct the lore and stuff, it meant they gave more attention to the details of the game and so on. If they're just chasing IPs, and if they're doing that, yes, it'll bring people into the game, but then that's taking away from their focus. It's taking away from the design focus. When they kept everything in-house, it led to a more structured and more positive experience for the game. If they widen the game to include everything, then everything just kind of becomes mediocre. At least that's what I'm picturing, and that's what I'm seeing happen. I know that my care and desire for the game is starting to wane the more and more of these IPs are introduced to it and stuff.
That makes sense.
And so I don't think, like I said, I don't think there's any one right or wrong answer. I don't, because absolutely it's going to bring more people in the game and so on. I just hope that there are still stewards within the company at every level of the game that are going to keep a focus on Magic and what Magic should be. It's not for us. It's a game that they make to make money. So
Right.
in the end, all of our opinions and stuff don't count for anything. It's only when we vote with our wallets that really make the difference.
Right.
But I know with my wallet, yeah, I am going to, all those things that Mark Rosewater said years ago, like I am voting with my wallet. All these products aren't for me. And, so I won't be supporting the game as much, or I don't have the reason to support the game if half the season or half the products aren't something that interests me. Yeah.
Let's see. KBG says, yes, Magic planes used to have cohesive artwork to convey the lore and the plane itself. Now half the art feels like a slush art, especially when they're using AI art and some of the stuff. Like they'll take AI, use AI art, but they'll actually take AI art, fix it up, make it a little more cohesive, but it's still just a lot of a slaughtered mess of cards. And he's slaughtered because it's like chopped up and everything. But what back in the day when I was a major Magic head, because like right now I deal with issues with Magic the Gathering and trying to stay in the game. Like right now I'm trying to get back into F&M as much as possible, which is like once a month here, like actually playing with real people at a real store. Awesome. Because that's what back in the day was for me. But like back in the day, you could take a planeswalker like Jace. I love Jace. I connected with Jace. I love his play style. Once I learned the depths of blue magic and the evilness it could do and all the good stuff, I got into it. I got in with the character. I was kind of emo back in the day, so I related to that. I really connected to the story. Like he first came in as kind of like a bad guy, became a good guy, and all this happened. Follow the story, because we all kind of do that. We go through a phase where we're kind of bad, we're kind of mischievous, then we eventually find the goodness that we need to follow. We end up becoming heroes in our own life because you grow up and have to do that. That was something I could follow. Now they took that concept of building these characters and connecting the people with the characters of the game, and they just like threw it out the window.
Yep. Just like, for example, a Johnny. All right, I know you get your Johnny players after that love of Johnny. Johnny got Prixian eyes, he's Prixian. All right, then they showed him getting thrown out a window.
Right.
Did he die? Is he lit? Did he live? Is he still a Prixian planeswalker? We don't know.
We don't know.
That was it. After they did that, it was like.
Well, we know it's going to be in the show, the Netflix series. Nice. They spoiled that. Chandra and him, possibly Jace. So I don't know. I'll be excited, but it takes away from things. Now, look, I'm not against the Universe Beyond. Like when they came out with Jurassic Park and Transformers, they're hitting my notes, right?
Oh
yeah. How they get along, how they get into these Universe Beyond bugs me. The fact they're going to be standard legal is pretty cool, but Wizards done some things that really torqued me off emotionally, right? Like Standard was the most cohesive storyline you could follow. Modern didn't have a storyline. There was a storyline in Magic that was set by the Standard realm, right? If it was in Standard, there was a storyline, and he followed the storyline Standard, and it just fell off into Modern and fell off into Legacy. But that was a different beast because Standard was setting the precedent of the storyline, right? So Emrakul, the Aeon's Torn, Emrakul, the Eldrazi, had a storyline that was followed through Standard. It started in Zendikar, went all the way to Innistrad, all that stuff happened. Then it bugged me, then all of a sudden, out of a modern set, they say, oh, look, Emrakul's released. Oh, look, Emrakul's now this new powerful Eldrazi. And I'm like, this should be a Standard storyline. They just butchered my heart by taking it out of the Standard realms. Like, why are they taking a Standard storyline and putting it into a comic book realm? And what I mean by that is, like, look at Disney now. This bugs the hell out of me, right? Disney, the movies for Marvel, I love it when they fit in. But then they tried doing the Agents of Shield and stuff, and they tried making these side stories that they would incorporate some of the stuff into the movies, and you never watched those. And in the movies, they did something that dealt with the Agents of Shield and stuff like that. You're like, where the hell did that come from? And you find out, oh, I had to watch this other thing to do this. I had to read this comic book to get this. This newer comic, this different medium I had to understand the show. Yep. And that's what Magic did with that. When they take something from standard and they throw it into modern, you're like, what the hell, dude?
Where'd that come from?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I like Universes Beyond myself. I'm glad it's coming to standard.
Mm-hmm.
Can't wait to play with those cards. But I'm also kind of upset. But it is what it is. It's Wizards doing, and we just have to get the cards we want and save our money up for that instead of going out and buying all the cards and everything.
Oh yeah, look, I'm still excited for Spider-Man. Spider-Man, radioactive Spider-Man spins a web, catches crooks just like flies. Watch out, it's Spider-Man. Then I still got this list. I got this list up here so I can remember what's coming out. Look at this. There's storylines that will follow through. So you got 1, 2, 3 Universes Beyond sets that don't deal with the storyline. You got 1, 2, 3 sets of Magic the Gathering that deal with the storyline. You got Aether Drift, Tarkir Dragonstorm, and Edge of Eternities, which I'm excited for. Tarkir Dragonstorm and Edge of Eternities. Trust me. Edge of Eternities, I'm actually excited for because that's going to be a birthday month, and that means I'll probably get a box of that for sure.
Ooh.
Right. So, whoop, whoop. Then we got hype for Foundations. Yes, I'm saving these pictures so when I talk about them, I can reference them because, these are things I'm actually excited about. Foundations, how's that going to affect the story? Is it going to be a mishmash or they're not going to be part of a story? Who knows? But I'll be excited for it.
I don't think Foundations is part of the story. I think they just made the Foundations just for new players. Because most of it is reprinted cards.
Mm-hmm.
I think like 50% is reprints and 50% is new.
Oh, yeah, it could be. And you know what? We're going to get lots of Magic. Standard players are going to get more Magic than they want. They're going to get a set. They're going to get a set every 2 months now, which I'm rubbing in Hillbilly's face because, Commander players have been dealing with this problem forever now. But Hillbilly, who has to fork more money into Arena for it,
I went out and got myself a life jacket just for this. So I'm going to put that life jacket on. That way I don't drown in these dang on Magic cards.
Right?
That's a good idea.
Right? But you know what? If you do want some Magic the Gathering product, you can always go down in the description and find Dark Rituals Tibalt's TCG store and buy cards there. Hell yeah.
So I think that is something else that's going to you were talking about where this is going to go in Magic and stuff. I think it's going to lead to a couple of different things. I think it's going to push, in some cases, going to push the value of older cards up because they won't be printed anymore. They won't be available. So, of course, you're going to be able to get them there. But I also feel like that with all these things coming out, people that do get into it are going to want to search these cards out more and find them. So there's going to be a certain amount of value in that too.
Right. I want to address what Gabby G is saying here. So I'm glad some of you are happy with Universes Beyond the Standard, which we're really not. We just accept the fact that's fate now. I left Modern due to the Universes Beyond, and I went to Pioneer because they promised it wouldn't affect us.
Hey, yeah. As a response to this question, I'd like to add, I'm not happy with Universes Beyond coming to Standard.
Yeah.
I'm kind of mixed feelings there. I'm happy it is, but I'm also unhappy that it is.
Right.
Because we're getting 6 sets a year now.
Right.
That's too much.
You're just going through the stages of grief, and have kind of got the area of acceptance. It's happening.
Yes.
I can't do anything about it.
Right. When
it's coming.
look. I'm happy for these sets, right? I'm not happy what they're doing with them. Like, look, I go to Burger King, I get a triple Whopper value meal. I know how those Whoppers are made. I worked at a before, right? Look, I'm not always a fan of I'm not always a fan of how the burgers are made. Sometimes the machine they have, because they have like this little rural rotator conveyor belt machine that they put the burgers in. I'm not always excited about how they're made, but but Whoppers always taste good to me. But sometimes they have to do it on a grill and it tastes different because the Whopper patties are actually half cooked when they have them. If you didn't know that, there's some Burger King knowledge for you. They're always half cooked, ready to go, right? But like I'm not going to turn down a triple Whopper because I love triple Whoppers, right? I'm just not happy how they sell them. Like 2 triple Whopper value meals, one for me, one for my wife, used to cost like $36. Now it costs almost $50 with tax and everything, right? I'm not excited. I'm not excited that the triple Whoppers cost $50 for 2 meals for me and my wife. I still love triple Whoppers, right? Like every time we go to Burger King, I'm still gonna get the triple Whopper value meal, right? Extra large, king size fries, king size drink, sometimes a shake, right? Who knows? But all this means is I'm going to have less of triple Whopper value meals than I used to have because it costs way more. I can't afford it all the time. So it just like in this case, it just means triple Whopper value meals are going to be more of a reward or more of a luxury item. In fact, we actually order from another place called Freddy's because we get the same kind of meal for the same kind of price with a shake, right? With a shake. And for the same price, because about $50 is without the shake at Burger King. At this one place, Freddy's, with the shake and fries and burger, it costs about the same. Plus the delivery is included, right, in that price. So if we're gonna spoil ourselves, we're gonna spoil ourselves where we can actually afford it.
Bringing it back to Magic, I think there's one other thing that's going to happen here is we're going to see a couple of new formats, perhaps. We're going to have another format that extends or contracts the area of cards that you draw from, or either it will be that the play group agrees that, well, we don't play with Universes Beyond cards, or whatever.
Or maybe it'll be the opposite. Maybe there'll be a new format called Universes Beyond, and it only plays Universes Beyond cards.
Yeah.
Kind of like how Pauper is. If it's ever been printed common, it's legal.
Right.
And Universes Beyond, if it's ever been a Universes Beyond product, it's legal.
Yeah. Even if it's been in one of those secret layers that nobody was able to buy.
Right. So I'm excited. I'm excited, man. I'm excited for Universes Beyond. I'm just not excited about how they're dishing the meal. Price is going to go up. They're always going to change. Always going to flex. Yeah. Let's see. Kevin G says our community has already created a format is built from Pioneer then bans Universes Beyond. Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. That's pretty cool. And you know what else is pretty cool?
Hit that subscribe button. Become a part of the creep.
Too much to take. So it's lit. MTG3, are you game? Rise, creep, rise, building a following as we gain. Spitting fire like a dragon, no one can bring us down. MTG3 in the house, we own this town.
Kill Billy with play boosters in hand. Magic the Gathering is where he stands. Booster stack up like a dream in this world. He's the dream of opening fire emotions on the wire. His hands are his tools for the fight. Flipping cards all through the night. Hopes and dreams in every pack. He won't ever turn his back. Fire in every pack. He opens.
All righty.
Every time. Cracks me up every time.
I see if we can open it. Dang, blanket, can you get it open? Blanket.
Let us know in chat if you like watching these pack openings. Let us know in the pack if you like watching Hillbilly struggle even more.
This is why I always have a pair of scissors on hand when I do my pack openings. because I inevitably end up with a pack that does not want to open.
It better be a good
Yeah.
red pack.
I hope so. I hope so.
I always hope it's a good pack for being such a struggle.
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
They sealed it up tight.
You got us a dilemma. Fear of mobility.
Ew.
Strangled cemetery.
Woo.
Ley line of the
Wow.
void.
Oh, nice.
Works around every corner. Fear of failed tests.
Nice.
Get out.
Get out.
Beastie beatdown. Clockwork percussionist. Fear of the dot.
Yeah.
Turn surveyor. Cryptid inspector. Seas from Salumba. Arden escorts. Rollerblades ripper.
Nice. Cane Checker says dibs on the cemetery.
Alrighty.
All right. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. But all right. Cane Checker, you rock. You're awesome. You know you're the coolest subscriber out there. So hit that command. All right. So now I know our topic is a little bit short today because we did a good amount on the topic, but let's still try to keep it within an hour. We're a little bit more than an hour, but we're fine. But now we're gonna roll into the shield section, and we're gonna start with a bodiless man, person with a turtle in his background, wearing party glasses and a party hat, who always supports the channel wherever he can. And every time I jump on his show, when he's live, he shouts me out. We're gonna go to KJ.
Hey, howdy, hey, boys and girls. I hope you're being good heads out there in chat land today. Well, for those of you guys who know, I am on Twitch. And last night, we watched my Twitch followers go from 98 to 101.
Nice.
And so I'm going to be selling my 101 followers story to Disney, and maybe they'll animate it with dolphins or Dalmatians, and it'll be about my rise in the this empire of 101 followers.
Well, we gotta sell the movie. Maybe they'll, instead of dolphins, they'll do sharks with friggin' lasers on their heads.
Friggin' lasers.
What about 101 rolling heads?
There can only be one.
There can only be one, and plus on top of that, what, you're gonna typecast all heads? Come on. That's headisms, and we don't abide by headism. Oh wait, or do we?
Maybe they'll make a magic card out of it.
Maybe. All right. Anything else?
I'll put that in my deck. Tomorrow night, procrastinating across the oceans, we're gonna have Backwoods Collector and Twiddler's Place, assuming everything goes right, and we're gonna be talking about pack cracking and some questions that our Discord has put together to ask pack crackers about etiquette and tools and so forth.
Nice.
Ooh.
Sounds good. So check that out. Link is in the chat below. But the next person on the list, hold on, I gotta spell this right. There you go. We're gonna go for the lady, and she's going to talk about her channel.
Yeah. So tomorrow we've got every week there's the Question Chaos on Fridays, where we look at the lolcal cards. We got Saturdays where we've got every lolcal gameplay. League's over, but I'm still going to find people to play. Pokemon Tuesdays for new pack opening, and Wednesdays are the podcast. So everything that's set, and at random times I game.
Oh yeah, hell yeah! So make sure you hit the subscribe buttons and toggle those bells so you know when they go live, because you might be surprised at the random Minecraft stream where they kill turtles. Which I don't understand KJ's hate for turtles. That hurts me. I'm affected in the soul.
At least I mostly stuck to killing cows and sheep.
Right. Right. Beef. Where's the beef? And rolling on from Cowboy, we're going to MTG Hillbilly.
What's up, everybody? 690 subs, 10 subs for 700. Ah, it's so close. Anyway, this afternoon, I will be doing another arena stream, some standard gameplay on the ladder, trying to get to the mythic rank, and that's my plans for today. And usually, if you want, and also Commander is on my channel at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time every Saturday. And if anybody ever wants to play Commander on a Saturday at 1 o'clock Central Standard Time, all you got to do is let the Tortoise Man know or let me know. And you can join our Discords and to get in contact with us. And also on everybody's channel that you subscribe to, make sure you watch their videos. And if you don't want to watch it, just let it play in the background. And also hit that thumbs up. And if they're doing a live, when that live is over with, come on back and leave a little comment there. And if it ain't live, go ahead and leave a little comment on it. And
Sounds
subscribe
awesome.
to them also. And that's really all I have to show for today.
All right. Today is Thursday. Normally I'd be doing an epic game night, but tonight I'm not going to be live on my channel. I'm going to roll over to DJ Longhair's channel tonight because I want to be part of the show and shield myself out for the upcoming auction, which I'm going to shield right now. On November 22nd, we're going to have an auction starting at 5 p.m. Friday, the week before Thanksgiving. We're going to sell some cards for a fundraiser auction because we're trying to raise funds so I can get some coffee cups made. They're expensive. So any help that I can get will be amazing. In fact, hold on. I don't know why I didn't think about this before. Oh, my Lord. But yeah, it's going to be amazing, all the help we can get. Because we're trying to do stuff. I'm trying to find the picture. I made a little thumbnail, which I'm using as advertisement, posted in the community post. I want to break down how it works. Fundraiser auction for Magic the Gathering. We're going to be using PayPal only. Discord, you're going to need to be part of the Discord so I can communicate with you, so I can get your address and stuff. YouTube is where the auction's going to be handled. Held on November 22nd, 2024, live only on YouTube. Pay using PayPal, and after the auction, when you're done bidding, PayPal used for friends and family is how you pay. Notes will be for YouTube and Discord names if your names are different. Must be a part of the Discord for communications purposes only. And the auction will start at 5 p.m. And you'll be able to get a cool card like Satraxa. Thanks to James Willis, Cane Shaker, for helping out with the way he has done it. So let's get this going, and let's be awesome, be amazing. But with that,
where can I find that link to that image so I can put it someplace? I tried to share it from Facebook, but for whatever reason, it would only let me send the thing. It wouldn't let me actually share it on my page. So is there someplace where I could collect that and I could put it on my page and pass it around?
Yeah, so I just sent it to you on Discord.
Perfect. That's great.
There you go. Yeah.
Is it me or is the end backwards?
The end is backwards. It's the font I'm using. It's Linkin Park.
Oh.
Hey, don't make fun of me for liking Linkin Park. All right. But do the likes, the follows, everything. We appreciate it. I want to thank everybody for being a part of the show. Hillbilly, The Balt Apprentice, Hellwiller, KJ, you all did amazing today. We had a good, full conversation. I want to thank everybody in chat for showing up, from Time Capsule to Cane Shaker to Mana Monk to Cabbagee. Yeah. Cane Shaker, thinking about making some bids myself. I want some of those sweet cards back. Hell yeah. Pause Brown. Whoa. Where did MTG go on? A wonderful question. That's right. That's right. But anyways, thank you guys for being part of the show. Thank you for being amazing. Thank you guys for making every day awesome. And every day we stream, you make it awesome. Thank you, new subscribers. Thank you for subscribing today. I appreciate it. We're at 657. Thanks to you. We're trying to get to 1,000. There will be a giveaway at 1,000. But that's the spirit of having to end the show. I want to remind you all that you are loved. Someone's thinking about you. And always try to make someone's day better. And remember, when playing Magic, play wise, my friends.
I totally want to thank you for watching today's video. I really appreciate it, 100%. Like this video as if it's your favorite kind of pizza, dude. And if you wouldn't mind, consider smashing that subscribe button and hit that bell for notifications. Every one of these things you do helps the channel out a lot.
The moves, the strategies, and the flair. Super fast daughters, it's running the show. The crowd goes wild wherever he goes. Shall shock, go. The daughters play. He's the one to watch, the king of MTG play.